सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. And since we are sitting in Varanasi, Asighat on the left, Manikarnika on the right. Am I right or my direction is wrong? And the Ganga behind us. So, I'm going to start with the traditional Guru mantra which we have. The traditional mantra which we use for, I'm sure some people are wondering why I'm kind of slow today. That's the mood of the city of Banaras. पानी में भी भांग है यहाँ, इससे सब लोग ऐसे मस्त रहते हैं, आराम से laid back. The city, you enter from a busy street to the banks of the Ganga. So, that's why I'm also a little slow today. If you ask me honestly, instead of talking, I would rather sit quietly and look at you. You look at me, I look at you. The power of silence, and we go back. But then you'll say we have come all the way with great difficulty. So we need to hear what is being said, so I'm going to talk. The mantra is Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadarsham Tattvamasyati Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadhgurum Tam Namami. So here, like the people who belong to the Sikh religion, when they say Vaheguru, they're not talking about any human being or a living being, but about the Supreme Being. In the same way, when we said Sadhgurum Tam Namami, we are not talking about any living being, we are talking about the Supreme Being. That is the only teacher that we have. When I sit here and talk, you may say, oh, he is our teacher, but this is only via media. The real one is that which pervades everything, everywhere, and also, especially in the human case, may be able to contact within ourselves. I said may be able to contact because we don't make an attempt really to do that. The inner being is the real Guru. And when you take it off from the limitations of the human mind cannot define that which is infinite. So people have tried, words have been used, but they all fall short. But the good news is that infinite which we try to define and which we are not able to define also happens to be that which is within us. That's the good news. You don't have to search for it anywhere, far and wide. It's right inside the core of our being. This is the good. Therefore, when you say Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam, Brahmanandam means it's the essence of bliss and happiness. So, do we search for it? Yeah, we do. We search for that same infinite blissfulness of Brahman in the outside world, thinking that there is a way to attain it by gathering things to ourselves. Many of you, did you go to the Manikarnika? To the Ghat? Some people don't go there. They say it's so sad, they're not going there. Believe me, you go there and you sit down there for some time on a side or stand there if you don't want to sit, and you will see what life is all about. It's nothing sad. I mean, it's the reality. Reality is neither sad nor happy, it's the reality. You go there and sit, hundreds of people are being brought there. Not people anymore, gone. And yet, we think that by gathering things in this outside world, we can attain happiness in that Brahman. We don't call it Brahman, of course, because we are afraid of the word Brahman, but we think that this is possible. So, but it is possible. So, we are looking at this. So, the reality, therefore, is called in this mantra as the bliss of the Brahman, Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam, the most auspicious, which is also a substitute word in the Sanskrit dictionary. Shivam is auspiciousness. Kevalam Jnanamurtim, it's the only thing that is in the form of pure knowledge, pure understanding. Dvandvadidam, it has no opposites. Normally in this world we have opposites. In ourselves we have opposites. Sometimes we are good, sometimes we are bad, sometimes we are... What is that thing they use to describe opposite personalities? Not bipolar. Let's not go that far. No, please, why are we going so far? No. In English literature, there is an expression used to describe a person who is sometimes one thing and sometimes the other. Jekyll and Hyde. Usually, we in this civilized world try to project the Jekyll and hide the Hyde. So, this is our life. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes there is night, there is darkness, there is life, there is light. Opposites. There is the North Pole, there is the South Pole. Even in magnetism, there is heat, there is cold. These are the dualities. The mantra says, Dvandvatitam, it has no duality, no other sides, no opposites, just one. Even psychologically, sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are not. We are down in the dumps, duality. The mantra says that supreme reality cannot be down and up. It has to be all the time the same. Not has to be, it is. Dvandvatitam. It's also tat tamasyati lakshyam. Its aim to understand in the human mind is to understand that and you are not actually different when you have risen above your dualities. Only then, till then we are different. Once one has risen above the dualities, likes and dislikes, we can't, in this world normally, even if you dislike somebody, you cannot show it, right? You have to say, And, but the Supreme Reality has no such compulsion, because nobody is going to give anything to him, to that, or take anything away from that. So it's always the same. It has no duality. And it is the essence of our being. Tattvamasi means you are that in some way. It's one of the Mahavakyas of the Vedas, the Upanishads. Ekam, there's only one. Nityam, that which always is, as opposed to that which is here today and gone tomorrow, which is what happens to everything in this world, here today and gone tomorrow. You have M here today sitting in front of, after a few years, gone. Here today, gone tomorrow. impermanent. We like to imbue a permanency into it. What will happen if M goes? People will make an image of him or put up a photograph and say, oh, we can talk to him every day in the night. He's coming. Where? He's gone. Satisfaction. The mind likes to be in duality. When we have shed that duality, then there's only one, Ekam. It's from one that this many has come, and it's into that one that the many will finally disappear. Vimalam, the purest, no mala, no dirt, no impurity. Achalam, that which cannot be shaken. Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam. It is a witness of everything that we see. All the moods we pass through, all the changes that the world goes through, there is a witness which is unaffected by it and which watches this whole drama unfolding. And what is the good news? You are the witness, not what you are watching. Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam. That reality which is the Sakshi or witness of all that is happening in the world. Bhavatitam, therefore it has no separate bhavas. What is bhava? Feeling. Triguna Rahitam. What are trigunas? Sattva, Rajas and Tamogunas. You know what Sattva, Rajas and Tamoguna mean? Tamoguna is which we pretend we don't have, but most of us have to a large extent, which is inertia, laziness. And lots of people who are so lazy to do anything at all, and instead of saying we are lazy, they say we are in samadhi. I don't practice any. Why? Yeah, I'm always in it. Is it really? Okay. If it is so, good. So, tamoguna is that inertia, laziness, anger, you know. There are, I don't know, I hope we don't have such people here, but there are some people who get up in the morning, before they go to sleep, if they don't have one negative thought about somebody else, they can't sleep. It's a hobby. The mind is caught in that. This is perfectly what is called as tamoguna. You ask them to describe some good thing about somebody, they will say, and then they'll say, but tamoguna. And what is rajoguna? Rajoguna is activity, the innate impulse to act, to move forward, to work. Now, the best way to get out of tamoguna is to infuse a little bit of rajoguna, work, activity. Now, activity can be good and activity can be bad. How do we decide good and bad? Activity which is not harmful to others, activity in which you don't do things like stealing and telling lies. That's also activity, to be good, to do good action. Any action which takes you away from just yourself and also considers others becomes good rajoguna. Otherwise, it tilts towards tamoguna. When rajoguna is practiced regularly, then it slowly goes into sattva. Sattva means purity, peace, tranquility. In spite of all conditions, one is still calm and quiet and peaceful and tranquil. The Gita, Krishna defines this in the Gita as sarvatra samabuddhaya, keeping the mind tranquil under all circumstances, which is not the case with our minds usually. Right? And for a muni, for a yogi, praise and blame are equal. Tulya ninda stutirmoni, also from the Gita. So, if you can lead a life where you don't care what others think about you, but you know yourself what you are. Your moods and your tranquility are not adjusted by what people say or do or think, but by yourself. Then you already become half an independent being. You know how our lives are. If you praise me, I'm very happy. I'm not. I get a little worried. Think there must be something. Anyway, if you praise me, I'm happy. If you curse me, then I become unhappy. I don't. This is our life, but normally. Can we, even if somebody calls us an idiot, keep our tranquility? It's an active state. It's not something to be believed in. It's something which can be done, which can actively be practiced on this earth. So when this happens, then the mind is first, it goes from tamoguna to rajoguna to sattvaguna in tranquility. And in that tranquility, it finally escapes and gets out of all the gunas. That's why Gunatita is used. Don't think Gunatita means laziness. That's not the definition. Such a being who goes very close to that supreme reality which is being described understands the meaning of the word Sadhguru. Sadhgurum Tam Namami. That Sadhguru, the supreme being, I bow down to.